Hello, shortcuts, and here we have it. 2023 discoveries, 5 through to 1. All right. Number 5 is this. The Yamamoto Tsuyoshi Trio. The record is called Midnight Sugar. That's the Obi. If I move that along, you'll see Midnight Sugar. This is on the legendary Japanese jazz label Three Blind Mice. Three Blind Mice was formed in Japan 1970, and it was to support the ongoing development of the this new wave of Japanese jazz musicians. And each record was given a number. In this case, this is TBM 23, Three Blind Mice 23. There's the little note that comes with this pressing. This is the Japanese first press, based in Shibuya in Tokyo, where I'll be going for my 50th in April. This has got descriptions of where to sit in your room when you're listening to the record, all sorts of wonderful things. The record itself is absolutely gorgeous. It is on Three Blind Mice. There's the label. So what do you get? You get a trio: piano, bass, and drums. There's kind of like a holy triumvirate of Three Blind Mice recordings: Blow Up, Misty, and Midnight Sugar. Midnight Sugar was released a few months before Misty, which a lot of people consider to be Yamamoto's masterpiece. There's not much of this on Spotify, but there is a slightly truncated version of Midnight Sugar, the title track, which if you give a listen, you'll get a sense of what this is. It is the most beautifully melodic and recorded jazz music. I cannot recommend this highly enough. Given time, I only got this in December. In time, this could easily be number one for me. It's an absolute delight. Please explore. Now, obviously I run Japanese Vinyl Club, and so therefore, unsurprisingly, there'll be a few Japanese records in the top 5. This is my fourth place for Discovery of the Year. The name of this band, a Japanese band called Fried Egg. Yeah, that's bad. But this sleeve, look at that. The record is called Dr. Seagull's Fried Egg Shooting Machine. And there, the fried eggs being cut on the insert. We get some lyrics. What do you get here? This is psychedelic blues, progressive rock at its absolute peak, and it's on the white Vertigo label. How wonderful is that? This is the Japanese first press. This record is brilliant and mad. The opening track is as kind of out there as you might expect. It is the title track, Dr. Seagull's Fried Egg Shooting Machine, and it is about a fried egg shooting machine. The second track, Rolling Down the Broadway, is the best driving blues rhythm song I've heard this year. It is like it's such a driving rhythm, the lolloping drums. The third track is called I Love You. It is a bit cheesy, it's very beatly, it's got a trumpet solo, and on it goes. Every song, something interesting and different. A new discovery of mine. I love it very, very, very much. Dr. Seagull's Fried Egg Shooting Machine by Fried Egg. Anyway, highly recommended. All right, number 3 in my list of discoveries of the year. This is the US first press of Murmur by REM. When I was coming through university and just, thinking about career and where to live and all that kind of stuff, REM were my band. I loved them on the IRS label. I've never really thought about REM on vinyl, really. I don't know why. It's never really been a thing. But I got the opportunity to acquire this US first press of Murmur. It's absolutely, utterly brilliant. These 12 songs were so perfectly crafted, and this pressing is just wonderful. It is so good. I cannot tell you. Side 1 of this record, I think, is one of the most perfect sides of music ever made. From, look, I don't know. I think it's probably their best album. This is by a mile the best REM pressing I've ever heard. Talk about the passion. Radio Free Europe. A Perfect Circle. Yeah, it's an absolutely amazing record. If you ever get the chance to pick up the US first press, just find a way to do it. Interestingly, it's brown translucent. If you hold it up to the light, it's quite a clear brown translucent color. Oh, it's an absolute gem. All right, my top 2 discoveries of 2023. This was a really tight decision, but I had to go with the record that I think will live with me for the rest of my life. So number 2 is Phases of Reality by William Bell. I have a Stax unboxing video earlier. This came as a Stax compilation that I bought earlier this year. So if you look at my feed, you'll see that video. This is the record that has just stayed with me over and over and over again. William Bell was a soul singer, a staple of the Stax label. And when he heard Marvin Gaye's What's Going On, he went to, I can't remember the name of the guy who ran the label, and got money to go and record Phases of Reality, which he did with the Muscle Shoals rhythm section, which is not the band typically associated with Stax. That's Booker T and the MGs. And so he went down to Muscle Shoals and played with the Memphis Symphony Orchestra and various other incredible musicians. His backing vocals were a group called the Sweet Inspirations. Produced it himself and has produced an absolute stone cold soul masterpiece. Every song, but particularly the $50 Habit, the third song on side 1, when that song finished, I did a John Peel and I just played it again. It's so good. Phase of Reality itself, what I don't know won't hurt me. Yeah, just explore. It's wonderful. I love it. It's become part of my lexicography now. So many people come into my listening room and one of the tunes I'll play is $50 Habit by William Bell. But it only made it to number 2. And that is because those of you who know me for a while and who maybe been here while I've been playing music, etc., won't be surprised. My number 1 discovery of 2023 is Blue and Sentimental by Ike Quebec. The tragic figure, Ike Quebec, saxophonist, heroin addict, didn't make anywhere near as much music as he should have. This record he made with Grant Green on guitar, Paul Chambers and Philly Joe Jones on drums. It starts off with this phenomenally beautiful, breathy saxophone tone, a little Grant Green motif, and it goes from there. And the title track, Blue and Sentimental, is one of the most beautiful, if not the most beautiful piece of music I think I've ever heard. It starts off with a very, very subtle drum scratch and the bass and Ike Quebec playing. Then Grant Green comes in for an utterly beautiful guitar solo. He bends the strings. Then all of a sudden you realize that the drums are now loud. How did that happen? They snuck up on you. And the crescendo at the end, it's just brilliant. It is such a wonderful record. He's the star of the jazz ballad. Ike Quebec, my discovery of 2023, Blue and Sentimental by Ike Quebec. It's utterly beautiful. I do not understand how this hasn't been released on either the Tone Poet or Classic series yet. Surely it will come up at some point. Until then, these Japanese, expensive Japanese pressings are the only way to go. So there you have it. Number 1, Blue and Sentimental. Number 2, Phases of Reality, William Bell. Number 3, the US first press of R.E.M's Murmur. Number 4, Dr. Seagull's Fried Egg, Shooting Machine by Fried Egg. And number 5, the lovely Midnight Sugar by the Yamamoto Shiyoshi Trio. My top 5 discoveries of 2023. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. Look forward to some comments and hearing from you. And hopefully we'll have some fun together in 2024. Hope to keep the club going, but that's all dependent on whether we have people to buy the records. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed my countdown of my 20 discoveries of 2023. Thanks.